everyone, welcome to or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome. I'm happy you decided to join us today. As you can see by that title down below, you guys, today we'll be reacting to the fat electrician once again on the channel. The name of this video is America Blew Up a Whale with 1,000 pounds of TNT. Ooh. America did what now? Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's just get into the video, shall we?
Today we're talking about that time that America blew up a whale. Yeah. Whoa. And no, this is not going to be one of those times where a dead whale washes up on the shore, gets all bloated, and somebody pokes it with a stick. Nah, somebody from the government showed up with 1,000 pounds of TNT, stuffed it underneath a dead whale in an effort to either vaporize it and or yeet it back into the ocean.
I'm from the government, and I'm here to help.
But first, a word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by Zydax Custom Gaming PCs. With a lifetime warranty on all parts and labor and all their manufacturing and tech support being based right here in America, it is a gaming PC that I would recommend. And I'll have them linked in the description below. Our story begins in the state of Oregon in 1913. At the time, there were no major highways. Because of this, people treated the coastline and the beaches like they were a giant highway, literally driving their cars and horse-drawn carriages up and down it all the time. Because of this, the governor at the time would declare all the coastline in Oregon from California to Washington as a public highway, which also meant that it was public land. This would set in course a series of events that 57 years later would cause America to try to send the biggest animal on Earth, or at least a chunk of it, into outer space. Now, fast forward to November of 1970, a 45-foot, 16,000-pound whale washes up dead on the coast of Oregon. Obviously, this is a problem, or as the journalist on site that day described it,
a stinking whale of a problem.
Yeah, we've got this on tape. So, how do you handle such a problem? Well, if you were in California, you would call the California Coastal Commission. If you were in Florida, you would call the Florida Department of Environmental Protections. But because all the beaches in Oregon to this day are still considered highways, they ended up calling the State Highway Division, which is basically a bunch of construction workers. Now, this is some bureaucratic bullshit if I've ever heard it. There was absolutely a different agency that was more equipped to handle this situation, but it was probably a Friday and they didn't want to have to work late. So they pulled the old, well, technically card and sent in the construction workers. And all those guys heard was, you get to go home as soon as the whale is gone, to which they promptly said, get the dynamite, we're going home early. Which is like the ultimate Uno reverse card because they turn this losing scenario into the ultimate win-win scenario. Not only are they going to get to go home early, they're also never going to get told to do this dumb shit again, and
they about to blow the whale up. You cannot make this stuff up. You cannot make it up. What? And then the fact that it's construction. What? I'm telling you, if it wasn't Nick telling this story, I would not believe it. I promise you I wouldn't. Oh my gosh.
Not only are they going to get to go home early, they're also never going to get told to do this dumb shit again, and they get to be the guys that blew up a whale with dynamite. And the best part is they've got an airtight defense, because when you're doing government work, everybody knows that when you don't know what you're doing, you just fall back onto your standard operating procedures. And what do you do when you're building a road and there's an obstruction in the way? Like, I don't know, a mountain. You blow it the fuck up. Mountain, whale, potato, get the fucking dynamite, we're doing this.
I didn't know that.
Now, obviously, there's some more common sense solutions that we could have done. Like, I don't know, maybe cut it into smaller pieces or burn it. The head engineer in charge of the construction workers was asked that very question, to which he responded,
it couldn't be cut up and then buried because nobody wanted to cut it up.
And then, of course, there's the obvious question, what if this doesn't work? What if there's still a giant chunk of whale left over? To which he responded,
if there's any large chunks left, we may have to do some other cleanup, possibly set another charge.
See, this guy knows what's up. It was never a question of whether or not blowing it up would work. The only question there was how much TNT was it gonna take? And if you didn't use enough the first time, double tap. That's accuracy by volume. This is how America was built. Or unbuilt, whatever. Anyways, let's stop beating around the bush and just show this whale getting blown up. Play the clip.
Wait, no. No! Ew!
Bet you didn't think you'd see that today, did you?
No.
Okay, you just saw that and I just saw that, but let's go ahead and hear what the reporter on the ground had to say about it.
With a blasted blubber beyond all believable bounds.
Dude's got bars. That's fucking poetry. I hope he gets a raise. Now, as I'm sure you noticed, there was giant chunks of meat still falling out of the sky like 3 seconds after the explosion. Thankfully, however, nobody was actually struck and severely hurt by one of those. However, I think I speak for all of us when I say how much damage would that actually do. Thankfully, as luck would have it, a car a quarter mile away in a parking lot that was empty was struck by one of these meteorites. And here's a clip of it.
Of one large chunk The passenger compartment literally smashed. Fortunately, no human was hit as badly as the car. However, everyone on the scene was covered with small particles of dead whale.
Okay, first of all, how are you going to explain that to your insurance? Nobody's going to believe that shit. Secondly, do you know how much fucking force it takes to cave in the roof of a car? Those are reinforced and designed to withstand the rollover of the vehicle. So I think it's safe to say these meat mortars can do damage. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Probably the most significant piece of news to ever come out of the state of Oregon. I mean, the only thing that could make this story better is if this was actually the final level of the Oregon Trail video game growing up. Not only that, it is probably the most significant scientific contribution that the trades industry has ever made. Because these guys just figured out that a 16,000 pound whale can in fact be deleted by 1,000 pounds of dynamite. Meaning that we now actually know for sure that it's a 16-to-1 blubber to black powder ratio. This is invaluable information. In conclusion, just so we're all clear on the timeline of significant human events. In 1966, America would make one giant leap for mankind when we created the Mark 19, aka a machine gun that shoots fucking grenades. Then, not knowing where to direct our superior scientific endeavors, we just stole the Soviets' goal of putting a man on the moon and did it first to prove a point. That was in 1969. And then we got back to making real scientific contributions to mankind when we figured out how much TNT it took to delete a whale. America. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch at thefatelectrician.com. Whale gone. Quack bang out.
Whale gone. Nick, you know you're wrong for that. You know you're wrong for saying that. Whale gone. Oh my gosh. That video was crazy. The fact that Nick included the footage, even crazier, but I would have probably been upset with him had he not included the footage. That's something I needed to see. I mean, it's not that I thought that, you know, he was making this up or anything like that, but just to actually see it, you know what I'm saying? It really hit different and it felt and looked disgusting. Oh my God, that poor whale. Even though the whale was already, you know, unalived, it just, I don't know. That was crazy. That was crazy. I'm happy they got footage though. It's crazy because I went to Oregon with my grandparents and we were looking at homes out there. We were going to actually move to Oregon. And I just remember how beautiful it was. And I remember wanting to live out there because it was so close to the beach. And I remember like we had just went and we had sat at the beach and we just sat there for like, you know, 30, 45 minutes and just really just kind of took it all in, you know, just being in Oregon and stuff like that. Wow. And this happened in Oregon. Craziness, craziness. I would have never known. If it weren't for Nick, of course, I would have never known. If you guys enjoyed today's video just as much as I did, please make sure you are tapping that love button for me. It does let the algorithm know that you guys are enjoying my content and it pushes me up there with the rest of those YouTube sharks. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe now. And also go the extra mile by... What was that? Yeah. Go the extra mile by tapping that notification bell. So you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. Therefore, you won't miss me and I won't miss you. And we won't miss each other, you know? And we can continue to watch things blow up together. I mean, if that's what you're into. I'm gonna catch you guys in my next upload. Bye!
It's Miaaaa, that girl you came to see. So grab your snack and just sit back, leave a comment in the chat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's Miaaaa, that girl you came to see. So grab your snack and just sit back, leave a comment in the chat.